Hello and welcome, GoldBoys Thursday night football preview. Look at that fancy new prop API. What do we call it? Overlay,
Scrolly thingy.
scrolly thingy banner, giving us the live odds, the best odds for currently receiving yards. You can also, if you don't want to watch the screen and keep that updated and just wait for it to scroll back through, you can also use the Pickett Sports app. Use code GoldBoys, code Eli, code Finesse the Books, code FTB, just code FTB. I remember that because I made a graphic. And they give you $3 free. I use it every single bet that I place. I am going to try to get them to get more UFC props on there now that I'm digging into the UFC card. They have the money lines and stuff. They don't have the method. Which I think could be a great addition, Pickett Sports, if you're watching by chance. Also presented by Sleeper Picks. Use code GoldBoys, code DJ and Eli, code Finesse the Books. You get a $100 deposit match. Finesse, did you know this is the last week that we don't have NBA until July? Feels weird, man. It went fast. It went by really fast. I feel like we were just talking about playoffs and stuff. Not me, because I got mad at NBA like All-Star break and I quit. I pretty much quit betting NBA when baseball started, and that's probably how that'll usually go for me. But gun to your head, who's gonna win that West? Who's gonna win the East? And who's gonna take it all this year?
Boston Celtics is gonna win it all, and
okay,
yeah, that has nothing to do with my fandom. Yes, it does, but yeah, West is gonna be super interesting. Obviously the Suns, on paper should dominate. They look really good in the preseason, especially offensively. So I'm gonna just be a square and say Suns, but yeah, let's go Suns and Celtics.
Yeah, I mean Suns has to be the call there. I don't know. The Bucks have to figure it out sometime, right? I don't know. I don't really like the Celtics. I just hope the Pacers can make the playoffs. Make things a little interesting.
You don't like the Celtics? What the fuck type of shit is that?
I'm a Pacers fan, dude.
I mean, I guess.
What do you mean you guess?
I guess that's a good excuse.
Because I'm not like you. I'm a Celtics fan wearing a Bulls hat or anything like that. You know what I mean?
I
like the Pacers. I like the Pacers and the Pacers only.
Listen, take your 20 wins this year, okay? And just
20? Nah.
Top 10 draft pick,
No. What is their line? Let me check their line.
31.5.
Really?
No, I have no fucking idea.
Yeah, it might be a little high.
Tony, I'm not a Bulls fan. Don't start pumping that, please. I'm not a Bulls fan.
No, Bulls suck. I feel bad for that franchise. Not really. Okay, you want to talk about football, dude? I'm be honest. I've looked at this game, and I know the Colts are playing the Browns Sunday because I have tickets. I don't even know who else is playing in the NFL this week because I've just been watching UFC tape. Really excited for this card Saturday. Tune in tomorrow night, late night. I'm joining Finesse's show, Subs and Dubs, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow night on these channels. Make sure you tune in. I'm really excited. This should be an awesome card on Saturday. But there is a football game tonight that probably might suck. I don't have a whole lot of exposure, to be honest. But I don't know. How do you see this game going? I think the Jags are dogs. I think I like the Jags tonight. It is looking like Trevor Lawrence is going to play. We're probably not going to know right until kickoff for sure. But if I had to guess, I think he's going to play. I don't know. How do you see this game going in general? Is it going to be just kind of one of those Thursday night 1 or 2 touchdown max games? It's kind of what I think.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's an interesting matchup. I think people are gonna be quick to be like, "Oh, this is a trash game," but I think it's an interesting matchup. Obviously, big injuries on both sides of the ball. Trevor Lawrence, I think he's gonna play too, but obviously less than 100%. And yeah, a lot of volatility, I think. But yeah, I think we get another under and another closely contested game.
11.5 wins, Geechee. I like you, brother, but come on, Pacers are gonna win maybe like 30 games this year.
12.5.
No. What's the right? Pacers record when Tyrese Halliburton starts. Didn't tell me. Didn't tell me. That Muse, help me. Pacers record.
Just put with Halliburton.
With Halliburton. 34-48. Not as good as I thought. To be honest.
What the fuck? He
Is
was
that a
hoping it
full
was over 500. That's what he thought.
34 plus 48 that's 82 exactly. So hey, 34 games. Come on, right at 500 when tie plays. I did feel like it was better than that. I feel like it.
That's
Yeah, I don't know.
hilarious.
How many bets do you have? I technically have like 4 bets, but it's all focused around one guy. So what do you got tonight? You want to start? You probably have more than that.
Yeah, I mean, I got a couple. I got a couple. I'm on Shahid as well, so but I'll let you get into that. I guess we'll do the boost first. Let's get the boring shit out the way. Obviously, there's a 50% boost on FanDuel. So I am using that as follows. I think James got it if you want to put it up. I don't know. I'll just say it, whatever the fuck. So relatively simple, relatively, I think, um, not as volatile, and it's gonna hit. So who gives a fuck?
True.
Saints plus 10.5, Jags plus 17.5, the under 54.5 total points, and
James, I got you, dude.
Chris Olave 25 plus receiving yards. With the boost that's minus 106. Put a unit on it, and it's gonna hit. So
I love that.
I think James having trouble back there because
I got it for him. Watch this.
Oh, boom. Right there. There
Did
it
it
is.
work?
It
Let's
worked.
go, dude.
Let's get it. I got a big ass head now, but
You're
the
welcome,
ticket's
James.
up there.
You're welcome, James. I got you, dude. Freaking Jimbo back there. To be fair, you did send it. The show starts at 5:30. You did send that over at 5:27
Listen,
p.m.
that's besides the point, Eli. Don't give the behind the scenes like that. What the fuck?
Do we like the FanDuel boost? What is the FanDuel boost? Probably not. If I'm gonna have to be honest, probably don't like it. Just only on the fact that it's a FanDuel boost.
Yeah. I believe that was TD. I believe that was Kamara or ETN.
Anything touchdown, I'm out.
Yeah,
Anything touchdown related, I'm out tonight, guys, to be honest. ETN. Oh, you said ETN. I thought you were saying TD. ETN 40 plus rushing yards. Alvin Kamara 3 plus receptions. I saw Kamara receptions or maybe Kamara receiving yards or something boosted on Caesars too. So that would be 2 places where Alvin Kamara receptions is boosted. So that's a sizable boost though, from minus 210 to even money at plus 100. The plus EV nerds would say to play that. I think that sounds to me like a good boost. I'm probably out. I don't know. I know I've seen a lot of people on a lot of love for Kamara receiving in general, whether it's receptions or receiving yards. The Saints are down, I think, both of their starting tackles. That in theory should result in maybe a few more checkdowns to Kamara. I think is the kind of the gambling math there, and that does make sense in my head. But I don't know. It's been a long time since I've taken a FanDuel boost. To be honest with you guys, taken a long time. But keep questions like that coming because I'm gonna be honest, we don't have a whole lot of content for this show, so it's probably going to be a short one, and I'm going to go eat my chili. But it's all good. It's all good. I'll get into my bet. I am all over Rashid Shaheed tonight. I'm trying to find my write-up because I can't right now. My favorite bet of the night, and really the only one that I feel really, really good about. I like his yards a lot. I got his receiving yards at 34.5. I think that is too low. The last 3 weeks, there was a game against the Patriots where they only got 2 targets. The Saints. That was the only game all season where they ran the ball more than they threw it as a season low and passing attempts for Derek Carr. That was just kind of the game script there. I didn't even watch that game, I don't think, but kind of taking that out. The 2 games surrounding that, he had 7 and 6 targets. He's looking more and more like a guy that Derek Carr is trying to get the football to, right? And I think that this kid can fly. He only runs go routes. Among receivers with at least 150 receiving yards on the season so far, he is third in ADOT average depth of target at 18.22 yards. So when he gets a target, it is down the field. He's not running. He's not getting any checkdowns. He's not running any short kind of slant crossing routes, anything like that. It is, hey kid, run fast, try to get by the guy. And I love that when I'm looking at receiving yards. So I do like 34.5. I put half a unit of that on that Bet Rivers. But my absolute favorite is 18 and a half yards as his longest reception. I took the over there also for half a unit, minus 115 on Caesars. I think more and more we're going to see 6 to 10 targets for Shaheed as the season goes on. I love Michael Thomas. He's been a guy for that team for so long. I think we're going to start seeing Shaheed take over that true number 2 role behind Olave and kind of phase Thomas out a little bit. Thomas is still very talented. Does look like maybe he's lost a step last year or two. He's certainly not the guy he was, 3-4 years ago with Drew Brees back there. But yeah, that's longest reception, 18 and a half yards. When you're giving me a line that is basically the same as his average depth of target, right? That doesn't make sense. That's just a line that doesn't make sense to me. I feel like that I took that I think Tuesday. You said it's come up on some books, right? Jason said his longest reception is 19 and a half on FanDuel. I think it still is 18. You can still find 18 and a half somewhere. But still, I mean, if you give me a number that close to his average depth of target, that has to be an auto play, right? I mean, I like that a lot. I don't know. It's probably going to miss now because I like it so much, and that's usually what happens to bets that I like a lot. But yeah, Bobby Big Wheels, what's up? Am I muted? We good?
No, yeah, we're good. We're
Okay.
good. Yeah, still 18 and a half. You get that on MGM. So yeah, I love that play, my brother. I'm on his longest reception as well. And there's going to be a lot of attention on Olave. Jacksonville's missing Tyson Campbell, I think his name is,
Yep.
their best
Yep.
PFF graded coverage corner. So all of that's going to help, right? Hopefully there's extra attention on Olave, and Shaheed at least gets 2 or 3 opportunities deep down the field. So I love that. I'm official on the 18 and a half as well. So yeah, moving on to a different receiver on the Jacksonville side. I'm on Christian Kirk over 51 and a half receiving yards. That's minus 117 on Caesars. A couple of different things, as to why I like this. Saints run a lot of cover one, and a lot of other, man coverages, and have been susceptible over the middle of the field. And I think that just kind of plays in perfectly to what Kirk wants to do. Kirk has been amazing versus man coverage this year and is running routes from the slot nearly 60% of the time. I expect this to give him chances to beat the man coverage, easy completions, completions down the field, and he can always break one as well. Speaking of breaking one, 26 plus yard completion in 5 straight games. So obviously that's, we want those. We want those. Let me get half of the yardage in one catch. I think the big play is inevitable in this game. Versus the Saints, they got a lot of weapons, a lot of people to cover, a lot of attention. Nose Jones, obviously, Trevor Lawrence is less than 100%. They have some O-line issues too, so I think the game plan is going to be, Trevor has no problem running and scrambling and stuff like that. I think there needs to be less of an attention on that and more of attention on getting the ball out quick, who's open, middle of the field, what's my go-to guy, and that's more times than not been Christian Kirk. So ETN is obviously going to get his work too, and I'll just give that on now. I'm also on his over 20 and a half receiving yards, Travis Etienne, for a lot of the same reasons. Trevor Lawrence missing his O-line. He has 3+ targets in every single game. Decent cover rate this year. Very, very, very explosive. So a lot of running backs you dump it off to, and you're hoping that they get you at least a couple yards if they catch it behind the line of scrimmage. But one of the most explosive players in football. I think he's getting the most touches, combined touches in the league. Through all running backs. So yeah, Christian Kirk over 51 and a half receiving yards, and Travis Etienne over 20 and a half receiving yards.
I like that. Geechee Man calling out Travis Etienne over 10 and a half longest reception.
I like that
I think
too.
I don't. Yeah, I think I would like that as well. I don't know. This game on both sides, and this kind of goes away from me taking a longest reception over. I do think we're going to see a lot of checkdowns tonight. Jaguars secondary allowing the second most passing yards this season. Yeah, be a little careful with that because they've been ahead and at least both games in the Colts. The Colts have had to throw, like, Gardner Minshew is not going to throw 350 against the Jaguars if the game is close, right? So that it's a little inflated in time, but I agree that secondary is something you attack. Their front seven is pretty good. Well, not bad, at least. Their front seven is not bad. Their secondary is something you can attack, and they're down their best corner tonight, like Finesse was saying. Hey, since we got time, you want to explain what cover one means? There's somebody that might not know, or you want me to?
Yeah. No, cover one is just one single high. It could be a safety or a corner just playing one high zone. It's better if I had like a fucking telestrator or whatever the fuck. But you guys play Madden, you know what the fucking deep blue zones are, right? There's one deep blue zone, one guy playing a zone, covering kind of deep down the field, and everything else is man coverage across the board. So yeah, if you're playing a lot of cover one, a lot of man coverage, Jacksonville does have weapons to beat that. So that's what the safety the Saints love to run, and hopefully we get some explosive plays.
Teams that you see pressure bring a lot of pressure, right? Like you're saying, there's one safety in the middle of the field, kind of deep, 20 yards past the line of scrimmage, whatever it is, and then everybody else is straight up man coverage on receivers, and that usually frees up another guy or two to bring pressure to the quarterback. You might hear
Yep.
cover two a lot. That would be two coverage safeties, or cover zero is pure man. Anyway,
Yep.
we got time, so I'm just kind of trying to fill it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. People, my no sweat if you want now.
Let's do it. Let's do it. And then we can do. I'll use my 50% boost on Caesars on a play that I think I really like a lot. But yeah, let's go to yours first.
Yeah, let's get it. Let's get it. So FanDuel being generous as of late, especially with the primetime game. So they gave us a 50% boost, which you guys got. They also gave us a no sweat on this game. So I used that. I think the odds, I think James has that too, but I was late sending it. So who knows what happened.
Oh, wait, I
Let's
got you on this one
see.
too. I got you,
Oh,
James. Don't worry, dude.
look
Let me
at this
find it.
double shift guy right here. Hardest working man in television.
You can keep talking though.
Yeah, the lay is plus 1933. We'll get
Oh,
it.
he's
Oh,
got it.
boom. Look, James beat you. So yeah, fairly self-explanatory for me. I think the Saints win this game. But if they don't, I think it's a close game, plus 3.5. Already spoke on the under. We're getting a little over a field. I think 4 extra points there. Derek Carr, I think, is in for a day. Jamal Williams is back in this game, I believe. What's the other guy? Kamara has not been efficient on the ground. I think we see a lot of passing. Jacksonville is one of the biggest pass funnels in the league. Also a pretty good run defense. So I like his Derek Carr's regular over. I think it's like 235. So we'll take the 225 plus ETN. I already explained that. Chris Olave and Christian Kirk, we've already explained that. So I like Olave's regular receiving as well, over 60.5, I think it is. So we'll take that discount there. And we've already spoke about Christian Kirk. So yeah, no sweat bet, 15 and a 300. If it doesn't hit, we get our fucking money back. So gotta love that.
Peter asking if Finesse has a little builder for this game. Yeah, it's what's over my face right now because I'm just that
Boom.
helpful to my boy
Boom.
Jimbo on the ones and twos back there. There it is. You can also get all of our plays for everything as soon as we place them. GoldBoys.com. Sign up for the Discord. Biggest, I almost say gambling every time. The biggest sports education community on the internet. With
Biggest,
some of the best cappers in the world.
best.
I feel like every freaking 2-3 days, JD is winning like 100 grand. I'm just like, this fucking guy.
Yeah, bro.
Okay, James, you want to show mine? This is so. You know what? Can we talk about correlation a little bit with same game parlays? So this is wild to me. This is two lines that are, I think, just over plus 100 on Caesars. I did use my 50% boost coin on this. Jaguars are like what, plus 120, and then I think Shaheed for 50 receiving yards is like I don't know. It might be plus 200. No, I think it was plus like 150 or something like that. But Rashid Shaheed getting 50 plus receiving yards obviously brings down the Jaguars' chances of winning this game. I kind of like the Jags in this game. I just think that even with the health issues, I think they're a better football team. I like the offensive scheme more. Like the Saints are just really, really vanilla, kind of a boring offense. That's not, we're not really fooling everybody. I'm not really fooling anybody. I think the Jaguars are going to win this game. I don't like it enough to put like actual money just on that. But when you combine these two, and if you were to combine this with like, I don't know, if you were to pick a Jaguars alt receiving line, you're probably getting like plus 250 or something like that, right? Because we're playing the negative correlation here. This is plus 470 without the boost. It brings you up like plus 750 or something like that with the 50% boost. So $25 to win 201 is kind of crazy, I think. I don't know. I really, really like this little boost play on Caesars here tonight. And Finesse's
Sorry,
dog's barking, so he doesn't
my
mute
dog's
button.
going
It's
fucking
cool.
crazy. I'm sorry. Yeah, I love that. Right. Speaking of the negative correlation, James, if you could just pop up the builder that the 50% boost, that's what I used in there too. Right. So I think it was Saints plus 10.5, and then I put Jacksonville plus 17.5. Right. So Jacksonville plus 17.5 is minus 1800 on FanDuel. Right. So the lay before just the 3 legs, right, without Jacksonville plus 17.5 The lay before the boost was minus 159, right? Before I put in the plus 17 and a half, it was like minus 230 or some shit like that, right? So putting in a leg that's not correlated, right? Because you got Saints, you got under shit like that, brings it from 230 to minus 160 on a leg that's minus 1800. So yeah, the negative correlation is busted on a lot of books. I use these builders to, a lot of people use these builders on lotto. I mean, use these boosts on lottos and stuff like that. Try to up their odds on big money plays. I like to use the boost like this, just create builders, and negative correlation gets me kind of where I want to be in the odds range to be able to use the boost, get close to even money. So that's how I like to use the boost. But like Eli was saying, negative correlation extremely powerful, and the books are just busted with it. So like I said, I added a minus 1800 leg to get me to where I needed to go. So yeah, I would advise you guys do the same thing if you like builders, if you're trying to get to a certain odds range.
Yes. Well put. Will both kickers to go over 1.5 extra points tonight? No. I mean, I don't think so. No touchdown. Yeah, I would rather put my money on no touchdown score than both teams basically to score two touchdowns. And then there not to be a 2-point conversion or something late.
Yeah.
What's the stats looking like for Travis Etienne over 10.5? Yeah, we talked a little bit about that earlier. I think we both would like that. Neither one of us are on that officially. But that sounds like a good look for sure. I think Kirk 25 plus receiving yards in each half.
I don't mind that at all.
Yeah, I don't mind it. Yeah, I think this is going to be a competitive game all the way throughout. Even if it's a bad game, right? But Christian Kirk can absolutely get 25 receiving yards in both halves. Anything else football wise we need to talk about tonight?
No, I think Sunday's going to be a crazy slate. But yeah, after today, all the focus on that UFC card is going to be amazing. Super excited for the night's game. Super excited for Saturday, and for the show tomorrow. And yeah, exciting week, bro.
So we're not going to give out any bets for Saturday yet. That's going to all come on the show tomorrow. Let's just talk a little bit about why this card is so exciting. UFC at all and into the show tomorrow and to watch the card on Saturday. We're getting take John Jones out of the equation. We're getting pound for pound number 1 and number 2. Alexander Volkanovski and Islam Makhachev. Again, without the greatest of all time potentially, and John Jones, those are the next 2 fighters, regardless of weight class, most talented fighters. For my money, Alexander Volkanovski is one of the best fighters I've ever seen. Coming up on short notice against probably who should be the pound for pound number 1 again, outside of John Jones, with Islam Makhachev. This should be a crazy fight, and I think there's a prelim 2 fights before it that's going to be even better with Magomed Ankalaev and Johnny Walker. Volk by KO and Khamzat sub round 1. We're not giving out any bets here, but I like where your head's at. Finesse does not. We're gonna have a little discussion on that tomorrow. But definitely tune in. I don't know, anything you want to add on that? This is awesome. This should be a whole lot of fun Saturday.
Yeah, I think part of the reason I'm so excited is because we've had about a month straight worth of just kind of fight nights,
Yep.
lower level cards, still exciting cards, right? But you're getting more prospects, more
And
not
it's
household names and stuff like that. So we finally get a number card, a pay per view, and one of the most stat cards of the year. So even lower level fights like Muhammad Yahya versus Trevor Peak, right? Trevor Peak is always in an exciting fight. But yeah, like Eli said, the shakeup at the top of this card has made it even more exciting. Adds that little volatility, adds excitement for the fans. And yeah, if you are not a fight fan, if you're on the fence about it or haven't really watched it, this is the card to put your friend on, to put your cousins on, to hey, look at what's on Saturday night, whatever the case is. So it's going to be an exciting card from a fan perspective, but more importantly, it's going to be an exciting card from a betting perspective. This is going to be the biggest betting card of my career as a professional bettor. I'm going to have probably 20 plus units deployed on this card. So yeah, it's going to be an insane card. So Eli's rocking me tomorrow on the show. Do not miss that shit. We run into that 9 to try to cater to you guys that have jobs and may get home later or whatever the case is. So if you can tune in. We're going to make a shit ton of money. Eli's going to be there with me, and we're going to cash some tickets. So I cannot wait.
Imagine somehow if the Phoenix Suns played the San Francisco 49ers in the same sport. That's kind of what we have in Islam Makhachev versus
What the
Alexander
fuck?
Volkanovski. Am I right or am I wrong? You know,
I mean, I guess, yeah,
kinda,
fuck it. Yeah.
kinda, yeah.
Dustin said
Um,
Volk all day. Oh my god. Tune into the show tomorrow, my brother. Tune into the show tomorrow, please.
I'm in, Dustin. I'm in. I can't wait. All right. I think this is one of the shortest shows on record, but I'm gonna be honest. I think this game night's gonna suck. I know. To be careful not to overexpose yourself. Try to remind yourself if this game was at 1 o'clock on Sunday, would we be betting it at all? I would be betting Rashid Shaheed. Yes, that's it. Personally, I need $100,000. Literally everybody watching the show needs $100,000, brother. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. I think there's also a 12 o'clock show tomorrow. And then we'll be back Sunday morning breaking down the full NFL. I have so much work to do for NFL because I haven't done anything outside of it.
Yep.
So
Me
much.
too, bro.
What time tomorrow? 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just a quick recap. I'm on Rashid Shaheed, over 34.5. I did take his 60 plus. Sorry, I didn't talk about that. I took Rashid Shaheed 60 plus yards as well. So I'm on, let me just start over. Rashid Shaheed over 35.5 receiving yards, half a unit, -115 Bet Rivers. Rashid Shaheed over 18.5 longest reception, half a unit, -115 Caesars. And then I have a little sprinkle Rashid Shaheed 60 plus receiving yards, 0.2 units, +270 on DraftKings. I also have this SGP played with a boost on Caesars. That is Shaheed to get 50 yards and the Jacksonville Jaguars to win the football game. And that's it. And that's it because I'm not overexposing myself on a game that I think might suck. Did Eli move off? Nick, what the hell? It's the same. I didn't change anything. Short shows, low viewers. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You want to recap yours and then we'll get the hell out of here?
Let's do it. So I used the FanDuel 50% boost on that right there. Boom. And then I also used the no sweat bet that I have on that. Oh god, James is so fucking good, bro. On that little fucking long shot right there. And then just in terms of straights, I'm on Christian Kirk over 51.5 receiving yards. I'm on Travis Etienne over 20.5 receiving yards. And I am on Shaheed's longest reception with Eli over 18.5. So 3 straights, a little boost, a little long shot, and we're gonna make a shit ton of money tonight.
All right. I love it. 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. Subs and dubs. That's Finesse's show. We're going to have to watch him drive and me just chime in when I'm necessary. That's going to be so great. I can't wait. Until then, thank you, Sleeper Picks. Thank you. Pick it. Use code GoldBoys or our codes. GoldBoys.com. Sign up for the Discord. Use code Eli. It's twice the money. It's more expensive. Until then, appreciate you guys watching. Thank you. Be nice to each other. We'll see you tomorrow.